The chart I'm doing today is Chris Watts and Shanann Watts Synastry chart. Wow, this is jam-packed, people, full of all kinds of crazy asteroid conjunctions. And I have to tell you, was I surprised? Not really, because I know what happened. But if I had seen this chart between the two of them before they got married or together, I would have warned her and told her to probably disconnect her phone and move out of the country, because this is just really volatile. So the first thing I'm going to talk about here is her North Node. I have said in my other videos that North Node is the part in your chart that whatever planets or asteroids touches your North Node from the other person, that will be the theme of the relationship for you. And his asteroids that conjunct her North Node are lie, self-explanatory. Casanova, that's cheating. That usually most of the time has to do with a cheating. Storm, self-explanatory, and Mars. So Mars conjuncting this cluster of asteroids brings extra power to it. So there's lying, lots of storms, and cheating. The other thing that, well, the other asteroid that conjuncts her North Node is a really dangerous one. It's Dark Moon Lilith. Dark Moon Lilith conjuncting your North Node, I would have run so far. It has to do with psychotic behavior, rage, madness, and death. Not good at all. I have to say also that there's no love aspects between the two of them. She loved him, but he didn't love her. Most of this relationship is based on the attraction between them sexually, because her Eros conjuncts his ascendant, and Eros is an asteroid that has to do with eroticism and attraction, and it conjuncts his ascendant 1 degree. Her Vesta conjuncts his Mars, so she was devoted to him. His lust conjuncts her point of fortune 2 degrees, so he lusted after her. With him, it was sex and attraction. He liked her. I mean, it's there, but when I see relationships that in synastry charts that are all based with sex and attraction, to me, that's a warning, because passion and that dies, and eventually it does. If it doesn't, then it's because there's other aspects that hold that passion together, and in this case, it doesn't, because there's so many other things in this chart that are alarming, and I just can't believe that these two, that she married him. The planet that would contribute to her not realizing that she married a crazy psychopath is the planet Neptune, because it conjuncts her psyche. His Neptune conjuncts her psyche. So Neptune put a fog over this relationship between the two of them. It's like looking through a dirty window. There's rose-colored glasses. You're not seeing things clearly. And since it conjuncts the asteroid Psyche, which has to do with attraction and physical attraction and soul and the deep level that you feel for the other person, Neptune is involved. So she was not seeing things clearly. And it's not her fault. It's just the way the charts came together. The synastry chart came together between the two of them. Her Dolores conjuncts his descendant. Dolores has to do with tears, pain, suffering, and it conjuncts his descendant. So that's what she's bringing. What she will bring to the relationship is pain and suffering, and that's what happened. his Venus and swindle conjuncts her moon by 0 degrees. That's 0 degrees is like, you can't get any tighter than that. The orb is so close and it's a nuclear explosion. So his Venus conjuncts her moon, which is a great thing. I mean, she thought she felt loved. There was like this huge emotional involvement with him, but now we have swindle in there in the background that's going to show up eventually. And swindle has to do with, that's pretty much self-explanatory, but also has to do with cheating. So he swindled her emotionally, and he also cheated on her. What else do we have here? Her Chiron conjuncts his moon. 0 degrees. That's, oh, I'm sorry, no, 2 degrees. There's going to be pain that she brought to him emotionally. I don't know what kind of pain she brought to him emotionally, but he felt the pain. And in his eyes, maybe that's why he cheated. I don't know, but it was there. And I'm not taking sides. I'm just telling you what I see in this chart, and I would be saying the same thing if I didn't even know their names. But there's pain that she brought to him emotionally in some way, shape, or form. His councilman asteroid conjuncts her point of fortune. Councilman has to do with lawyers, so he will bring lawyers and courts, the court system, into this relationship, and she will do the same thing because her councilman conjuncts his vertex 0 degrees. So now we've got a tag team going on here with lawyers and courts and problems with the law, because her Ixion conjuncts his south node by 0 degrees, and Ixion has to do with problems with the law, and it's holding hands with the asteroid Moira, which has to do with fate. So there's a fate with troubles with the law, arrests, has to do with Ixion, and it conjuncts his south node. So that's what she's going, ultimately would bring to the relationship. And she did. That's pretty much it. Except, well, there's some planetary. Pluto conjuncts Mars, 3 degrees in Scorpio. Don't mess with a Scorpio, especially one who has Pluto. Conjuncts her Mars, that's power struggles and possible violence. It's at 3 degrees, so that's pretty tight. And his Uranus conjuncts her Venus 5 degrees, so that's unstable as well in the love department, up and down. The chances of that lasting, I would probably say no. Also, his Algol, the evil star, conjuncts his sun, 0 degrees. That's a combust. So that's an explosion of evilness right there. And it conjuncts her Chiron, it conjuncts her Typhoon and Algol, and wow, that's like danger, abort. I mean, whenever you have Algol conjuncting a luminary or personal planet, and it conjuncts asteroids on your side, especially Chiron and Typhoon, I mean, there's a guaranteed explosion going on here from him because it conjuncts his luminary. And his Typhoon, his Uranus, and Dejanira conjuncts her south node. So that's what he's going to bring to the relationship. Thunder and lightning, a typhoon, and victimhood to the relationship. Her Juno conjuncts his Psyche, Mercury, Pholus, and Lachesis. Wow. 2 degrees. He was unstable. When you have Pholus conjuncting your Mercury, Pholus has to do with, it's like an explosion, like kind of like Jupiter on steroids, and it conjuncts his Psyche, hello, and his Lachesis, which has to do with death, which conjuncts her Juno, the asteroid of marriage. So this is what he brought to her marriage. Extreme upheaval and death. Well, there you have it. And I might do Chris Watts' Synastry chart with Bella and Cece. So if you were interested in seeing that, let me know, because that's a good one too. I don't think anyone else has done that one. But anyway, have a nice day.